G'day guys, how's it going? It is Jared HD here. Welcome to the first episode in season number 2 of the FIFA 17 Chelsea career mode. How freaking good was the first season? Premier League champions, FA Cup runners-up, and we're not even going to talk about the EFL Cup. But this season we are in the Champions League. I did say at the start of season 1 that my overall goal for this series is to win the Champions League. We're giving ourselves 3 seasons, so we've got this season and the next to win the Champions League. I am very hopeful that we can do it. The squad we have right now is amazing, and hopefully in the next few episodes we can strengthen it even more. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's episode, don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button, smash that subscribe button down below. If you are new around here, we are posting career mode content on the daily, and also check out my social media links. But let's get into season 2 and let's get into your press conference questions. I say it every episode, but if you want your question to be answered in the next press conference, don't forget to leave a question in the comment section down below. So the first question in the season 2 press conferences comes from Vojta Vesna, who says, John Terry said he wants to play with Frank Lampard again. Are you going to let him go to New York? If you paid attention last season, like if you paid close attention, you would have seen that I didn't have enough money to offer John Terry a new contract, so he became a free agent, and I just looked him up on the game. He's at Yeovil Town. I'm not sure if Yeovil Town's in the Championship or League 1 or even League 2 on this season. But John Terry is now at Yeovil Town, and I clicked on his status and it said he's retiring at the end of the season, so it looks like we got rid of him at a good time, but somehow I don't think he's going to get to go play at New York City. Maybe Yeovil could sign Frank Lampard. Jack Selby Comedy says, would you consider signing Hazard's brother, Thorgan Hazard, for a little more team chemistry? You know, I think we've gotten to the point with this squad. Like, we've got such a high quality squad. Also, you should see some of the players that have come back from loan. Our squad is insane this season. But we have such an insane squad that I don't really want to be going in for any trivial signings. I only want to be signing players that I think could improve the squad overall and are really going to be high quality additions. I don't really need much depth into the squad anymore. I just need title winning players. So Thorgan Hazard, he is a trivial player in my opinion, since he is Hazard's brother, or Eden Hazard's brother, so I'm going to steer clear of Thorgan. Links Della Shieva says, what are your expectations competing in the Champions League? As I said earlier, I want to win the Champions League within the next 2 seasons. Can we do it this season? I think we can. I think we can give it a good shot. Realistically, I'll be happy and I expect us to reach the semi-finals, but I definitely think we can go the whole way in this season. But if not, as long as we qualify for it next year and we win it next year, then I am happy. I'll be very interested to see what our draw is as well. What other clubs come up in our group, so that could definitely be a crucial part. We did finish top of England, so as long as none of the other big teams have terrible seasons, then we should get a relatively decent group. And the final question comes from Alan2001, who says, are there any weak points in your squad that you want to improve for this season? There's not too many weak points. Probably the only place that I think we definitely need to bring in a world-class signing is the centre-back position. I will show you some players that I have shortlisted in a second, but I don't really think the centre-back position is where we need a world-class player. I think our highest-rated players right now are David Luiz and Gary Cahill, and then we've got Zuma and Christensen, but if we can bring in like a high 80s centre-back to come into the squad right now, then I think that will help us a lot, and that definitely will turn us into treble contenders. So fellas, that will conclude today's press conference, the first one for season number 2. Thank you once again for your fantastic questions. Let's get into the season though. Come on, Chelsea. So taking a look at our transfer budgets right now, I've gone about 80-20 or 81-19. We've got just under 90 million and then 380,000 in the wages, so we definitely have the finances to bring in some big name signings. And we're also going to be able to bring in some bigger name signings once we clear up some funds. We've got an absolutely stacked roster this year. If you look in the top right corner, 46 out of 52. I think that is the most stacked squad I have ever used on FIFA. So I have gone and transfer listed a bunch of players. If I was a lower team, these players would definitely be staying, but the thing is, we have so much depth. Like, look at this guy, Pazalic, center defensive midfielder, 75 overall. If I was someone a little bit lower in the league, if I didn't have so many good center defensive mid options, I would keep this guy and probably play him, but we have Kante, we've got Fabregas, we've got Matic, we've got Nainggolan. We have got so much depth. So players that I have transfer listed are Pazalic, Omareo, Atsu. This one was hard. I wanted to give Atsu a go, but I realized he's 25 years old. We've got some better options there. So I had to sell Atsu. Loic Remy, Kane, Chalobah the right back, Scott, and Mount. Because if you go through the positional scouting reports, like, yes, we need probably to bring in a new goalkeeper as a backup for Courtois, but look at that, we've got 5 right backs, we've got freaking so many centre backs, we've got so many left backs, so many centre defensive midfielders. We are absolutely stacked in this squad. Look how many centre midfielders we have. That is nuts. Left midfielders, we've got 4 left midfielders, we've got freaking 6 centre attacking midfielders, we've got 6 freaking strikers, and we've got 2 more left wingers. Now, Charlie Musonda, I am definitely going to be giving him a go. I didn't realize how highly rated he is. 80 overall, 20 years old. I am going to give Musonda a good crack this season. Now, taking a look at the shortlist, I have 5 players shortlisted. We have Mats Hummels, Leonardo Bonucci, and Sergio Ramos for centre-back options. I did research. I found out who Chelsea was strongly linked to. I looked in the comment section of the last episode, and these names all popped up. And then for strikers, Robert Lewandowski. Now, he hasn't been strongly linked with Chelsea for my knowledge, or from my knowledge, but I think he would be quite a decent addition to the side. And also Antoine Griezmann. It would have been better if he was still at Atletico Madrid, because I could have followed the storyline of Diego Costa going back to Madrid and then Griezmann coming to Chelsea, but he's at Manchester United. We'll still give it a go. So first player we will go in for is Mats Hummels, 35 million at Bayern Munich. Let's see if they accept it. I don't think they will accept it for that low. With a lot of these players, I just offer base offers to start off with to see how much the club wants to sell them for. So for Bonucci, I'm going to say 27 million, just to see what Juventus say. And then for Ramos, I'm going to say, I'll say 35 million, just like I did for Mats Hummels. Now, Robert Lewandowski, this is a guy that I want to use. I can't recall ever using Lewandowski on FIFA, so I'm pretty excited to see how he can go and see how much we can get him for. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to offer up, where is he? Where are you? Diego Costa, because if we bring in a world-class striker, we need to get rid of one of them, because we've got so much striker depth. So we will go to Diego Costa, 34 million. He's only 28, only 4 overall difference. So there's a bit of an upgrade for sure, and I think it's definitely going to help us in the long run. So I'll say 20 million plus Costa. And then for Antoine Griezmann, I will offer Ed Woodward at Manchester United. I'm going to say 24 million pounds plus Diego Costa. As I said, just feeling out the clubs and seeing what they are thinking. So pre-season tournament invites, we are going to advance and see where we can go. So we can go to Japan, Argentina, or Brazil. I am going to go to Japan. It's more money, and I am a big fan of Japanese football. Being an Australian football fan, we play in the same Champions League tournaments. I do like watching Japanese football, so we will go there. Oh wow, we've still got a scout in the friggin' Netherlands. I thought Bradley Kelly gave up, but we will have a look. I doubt he has many scouting networks left, so he hasn't been too good for us, to be honest. He brought us an initial batch of decent players, but since then, they've all been pretty damn poor. So if I don't see anybody here, oh, Thomas de Witt looks alright. I'll sign him up, and then I'm going to end the Dutch scouting network. Oh, don't even have to. That was the last report. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. Real Madrid accept 35 million for Sergio Ramos. That is more than I was, well, that's better than I was expecting, to be honest. I will take that. I'm sure a lot of you guys will as well. So we'll offer him 275,000, 2 years, and crucial first-team player. And Juventus, on the other hand, want a lot more money for Bonucci. Bonucci is around the same age, and he's lower rated than Ramos, which is very, very interesting. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say, I'll say 37 million, but to be honest, I'm leaning more towards Ramos. So Bayern are interested in Diego Costa, but they want 46 million on top of freaking Costa. We said 20 million, so I want to go ahead and pay the... I'm just going to slowly ease towards it, so 30 million plus Costa. And for Mats Hummels, Bayern want 58.5. I can understand this more than I can understand Juve wanting 53 million or whatever it was for Bonucci. Hummels is younger and the same overall, so I'm happy to sort of talk to them about that. I might even look into putting a player as a swap deal. So I have put in Omareu as a bit of a... He's a trade. He's a player that we can put along in the deal. So he's valued at around 10 million pounds, 35, and I'm going to bump that up to 42 million. See what they say. Man United wants 61 million on top of the Costa offer. So that's not too bad, to be fair. That's around the same as Lewandowski from what I can remember. So I can't remember what I said for Lewandowski, but I'm going to say 40 million plus Costa for Griezmann. Oh, come on, Manchester United. Manchester United have Lukaku, Ibrahimovic, Griezmann, Rashford, Martial, Rooney, and they're going in for Lewandowski as well. If they steal another one of our strikers, I'm going to hit the fan. Alright, so we have our first game here in the Asian Elite Cup. I am going to simulate it, never really play the preseason tournament games. And you can see that the starting 11 I am rocking with is pretty damn weak. I don't want to risk any big name players picking up big injuries for the season, so it's a good opportunity to give our youngsters a bit of a run and keep them pretty happy. So Moses misses a penalty in the 13th minute. It would be nice to qualify out of the groups here. It gives us more money, but I'm not overly fussed. So they brought on Cristiano. I never knew Ronaldo played for Kashiwa. It's still 0-0. Is it going to end as a draw, or can we pick up a late goal? We do! Moses makes up for his penalty miss and gives us a 1-0 win. Transfer offer here for Kenneth Omareu. That's the guy that we put in the offer for Bayern Munich with Hummels. So I'm going to see what they actually said here. They do. They go ahead with it. So we'll go into Condor talks with them. 160,000, 2 years, crucial first team player. And they accept our transfer offer here, Bayern Munich. So Robert Lewandowski might be coming to Chelsea. 250,000, 2 years, crucial first team player. Sergio Ramos accepts our contract offer. So we know for sure we have a centre back in the bag, which means I might actually go ahead and accept him and then sell on Kenneth Omareu. I'll have to think about it. And Juventus accept 37 million for Bonucci, so all the centre-back talks are going ahead quite nicely. He wants less wages than the majority of them as well, so we're going to have a bit of work to do to see who we can get. We're going to have a bit of time on our hands to comprehend it as well. I will go ahead here and respond to Inter Milan's offer. I'll say 12 million for Kenneth. Transfer offer for Lewis Baker. Arsenal want the youngster, 22 years old, 7 million. I don't know. I want to keep him, but he's going to be very low down the pecking order. I'm going to reject that though. I'll keep him at Chelsea. And another offer comes in for him from FC Nantes. It is another one, so 7 million. I'm just going to reject that again. Manchester United accept 40 million plus Diego Costa. So things are looking up, but he wants a lot of money. We'll say 325,000, 3 years, crucial first team player. And now we will play the second game in the Asia Elite Cup, taking on Borussia Dortmund. So it's definitely going to be more of a test than that Japanese side. So let's see if we can get the win here. Let's see if we can get the points. A win here would basically see us qualify for the next stage. Our squad is a little bit stronger, but Bogger, red carded. He came to me and said he wanted to play, and then he gets a freaking red card in the 21st minute. Schürrle gets injured for them. Kagawa gets a goal. We're going to skip, and we lose 1-0. Transfer offers for Dybala and Batshuayi. 77 million from Manchester United, but Dybala is a dead set machine. He is going absolutely nowhere. I want to keep him all series long. And then Wolfsburg come in for Batshuayi, but the same thing. He has been a gun. He is going nowhere. Oh my god. We got so many freaking contract offers accepted. I'm going to wait and see for Griezmann. So it'll cost us less to go in for Robert Lewandowski, but then centre-back wise, I should say, Ramos, Bonucci, or Hummels. I'm just going to have a think. So Inter Milan come back and say 9.5 million for Omeru, but I'm just going to wait and see what I do about the centre-backs. And Griezmann accepts our contract offer. Oh, I have so much to think about. I don't know. I want to ask you guys, but I feel like we haven't made enough of a video yet to stop it and ask. I want to get like 15-20 minutes on this video. If we bring in Griezmann, it's going to be more of a financial burden for us because we're paying an extra £10 million and about 75,000 more on the wages. However, a lot of you guys have been begging me in the comment sections to bring him in. Lewandowski, Griezmann, Lewandowski, Griezmann, Lewandowski, Griezmann. I'm going insane. So I have asked you guys on Twitter who you think I should sign for striker in a 5-minute poll. Make sure that you are following me on Twitter to get involved in these potential signing polls and just series talks. So whilst we're waiting for that to come through, we will have a look at our centre-back options, and I have decided I am going to sign Leonardo Bonucci. He has been the strongest linked to Chelsea. A lot of you guys want him in the comments section. He is a name I see almost every single video. So the first signing of Season 2, our new centre-back. Welcome to Chelsea FC, Leonardo Bonucci. I don't want to reject these guys, both world-class centre-backs, but I'm going to have to reject Ramos and Hummel. So that means we can get back into trying to sell Kenneth to Inter Milan. So they say 9.5 million, and in all honesty, I'm just going to accept that. He's not going to be playing at all this season, so we'll sell him for 9.5. So the 5-minute Twitter poll has ended, and a unanimous decision, 100% of the votes went to Antoine Griezmann. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club, Antoine Griezmann. Yes.
Sounds go off when I enter the building.
I'd just like to thank Diego Costa as well for being a great servant to the club over the year that I did have him. He was a valuable member of the team, but this definitely was an upgrade. I'm pretty happy with Griezmann. I'm pretty excited to see what he can do, and I want to see a little bit of hotline bling. And we will have our final game in the group stages for the Asian Elite Cup, taking on Juventus, who are now missing Bonucci. He's a freaking Chelsea player now, but he's not playing in this game. As I said earlier, only play some weaker players in these pre-season games, and it looked like Chelsea are doing the same thing. Cuadrado starting for them though, one of our former players, or he's on loan to Chelsea. He's on loan to Juve, I should say. Lamina gives them the lead. Tomori picks up an injury, and we are knocked out of the comp. Transfer offer for James Rodriguez. Barcelona, 75 million. He's a freaking former Real Madrid player, but James is going nowhere. He is a dead set machine. We do pick up £2.5 million for competing in the Asian Elite Cup, which I find pretty funny. We've played 3 games with a weak squad, and we earned more money than qualifying for the FA Cup final last year. So fellas, that is where we will conclude today's episode of the Chelsea Career Mode series. I'm going to say it's a pretty successful one. We signed Bonucci and Antoine Griezmann. Our squad is looking deadly for this season. If you enjoyed the first episode of season number 2, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. And also make sure that you check out my social media links, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Snapchat. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.